Hello, my name is Katiana Caddy, and I'm currently taking AICE Media Studies. The question I have today is, how does your production skills develop through this project? I'm going to reflect on how my film opener was constructed and how my filmmaking skills developed. In this story, there are two protagonists. The film opens with the first main character, Aaliyah, sitting on her phone scrolling through photos, and she stumbles across a picture with her ex-boyfriend, Caden. I chose to begin the opener this way because I wanted to establish the emotional tone and introduce the theme of the past relationship. For Messa's scene, Aaliyah is positioned alone in the frame, which visually shows that she is isolated. To capture this moment, I used a close-up shot of her in her phone. From the camera angles case studies, I learned that close-up shots are used to highlight the emotion and allow the audience to connect more with the character. By focusing on her facial expressions in the photo on her phone, the audience is able to see the hesitation and emotional the conflict she is experiencing. While Aaliyah pauses before deleting the photos, my group member Corrali, since she was the one recording, she held the shot slightly longer. That editing choice helps build the emotional tension and emphasizes the significance of the moment. Instead of using dialogues to explain her feelings, it relies on visual performance. This is something I became more aware of during the production process. Subtle actions and expressions can communicate meaning just as words do. The scene then switches to Caden. I chose to include this transition because I wanted to show that, since both of them are main characters, I wanted to show both of their sides of the story. In Caden's scene, he is listening to music and he's sitting in thought while holding a pen. I started this scene with the aerial shot so that the audience could see Caden's body language as well as the other things that are on the ground, which are the clothes. Since the pen has meaning, I wanted to keep the closer shot a little bit longer so the audience could indicate that the pen has a meaning to it. In both parts, there's a character that's also included, and her name is Coco, played by Corrali Felenon. She is a friend of both Aaliyah and Caden. She plays an important role in the narrative because she acts as the link between the two characters. In this scene, Coco calls Aaliyah about a party. Although the moment might seem casual, it plays an important role device because it creates the opportunity for Aaliyah and Caden to see each other again. Really looking at the project after it's done, I think that one of the biggest ways my skill was developed was by understanding how each filmmaking decision needs to be. I needed to think not only from my point of view, but the audience point of view, because that's the most important way. I probably might understand it, but the audience needs to understand it too. After learning all the case studies and theories, I started thinking more carefully on how the camera angles, the way that the shot is, and the message scene could create meaning. I also became more aware of how editing could shape the meaning structure. For example, transitioning between Aaliyah and Aiden would allow the audience to understand that both characters are affected by the breakup. Another skill I developed was using visual storytelling to communicate the information. Instead of explaining everything through dialogue, I tried to use more of the actions, the movement, and the camera techniques to convey the meaning. For example, you will see Aaliyah deleting the photos, Caden holding up the pen, and the notebook being thrown as visual cues that reveal the aspects of their emotional states. In conclusion, this whole project has helped me develop my filmmaking skills, the understanding of media language, and it improved my ability to use editing, messaging, and ways to portray the meaning clearly.